I got pregnant out of wedlock, and I knew deep inside me that I wasn't ready for marriage. But because of pressure, I was 29 going on 30, and my mom does not want to hear anything other than marriage. It was like she was so joyful that I got pregnant, and she was doing to stop at nothing to push me out of my own rented apartment, for crying out loud.
Okay.
I was doing well, I was happy, I had a job, I had a business, I was flourishing. But the moment I allowed her to take decision for my life, everything stopped. And okay, I had to settle because my parents wouldn't allow me not settle. So I got into the marriage. I didn't know the man so well. I wanted to keep my child. The abortion was not an option for me, but I didn't want to marry.
Okay.
I had to go into the marriage. Even on my wedding day, my best friend was my makeup artist. She had a hard time doing my makeup because I was tearing. So
You were crying on your
on
wedding
my
day.
wedding day, I had
Tears
to,
of, because we all cry on our wedding days. Oh.
tears of I know what I'm getting myself into, because
Oh,
3
boy.
weeks before the wedding I called off the wedding. But my parents won't allow me. He said, whether you like it or not, you are going. Daughter of a preacher's daughter, my mom and my dad were both pastors. You have no choice. You just
Pastor's
have-
daughter.
Yes. Immediately I got in that, on my wedding night, I knew I was in for something not so cool. It went on like that. I was 15 months into the marriage. I just felt like running mad. I was wondering why I didn't go mad.
Are
And
you
the
serious?
problem wasn't solely because the man didn't love me.
You literally wanted to go
I wanted
mad
to
because
I wanted
you were
to go
in a
unconscious.
marriage.
You know when you're insane, you're
you were
not conscious.
depressed. You were.
And I had a baby with me, and I was struggling to stay strong. You know, the problem wasn't because the man didn't love me, it was because we didn't know each other.
Oh, you were two strangers.
From two different worlds, I was pushing to be his wife. Okay, now I'm your wife. This must be, that must be. And it was a struggle, and it was like, you are putting me under pressure. This is there's a particular way I want to be a husband. You are not allowing me. So it was I contributed into it. So what I just want to advise people not to do is take your time before you marry. You don't have to marry because you got pregnant. You need to take your time, study the man. It doesn't. You don't have to marry the person you are carrying his baby.
Yeah.
For all we care, it might just be the child that's meant to be between both of you. Just let it stay that way. It doesn't mean. And the fear of my parent was scared for me. Oh, now that you have a child, who will marry you? We need to change. We need to change. We need to stand our ground as singles. Don't allow your parent put you on that, but don't let them take decision for you. You're good enough to have attracted that man that impregnated you. Who says you can't attract someone else?
Exactly.
So I knew what I wanted, but because we're Africans, and because I'm a preacher's kid, and because I wanted to make my mother happy, my dad was putting pressure on my mom. You did this. Look at what you allowed her to stay outside the house. She rented a 2-bedroom flat where she's not married. Look at what her life is becoming. She must marry. How do I face my pastor friends? You know, all of those things were what contributed to, and I needed to just make my mother happy. That was my greatest mistake. Although my mom was sorry after, but I was the one that was carrying the burden at the time.
It's your cross.
So, well, I just want everybody to make sure they take the right decision, because you will be the one to live with your mistakes after.
How are you now?
Oh, now, like I said, I didn't forgive myself for a long time. I didn't forgive my mother. I didn't forgive the man that married me. Should have just absconded, you know. And I was in bitterness, and that stopped my life. And I took the decision to move forward. Moving on was not just about dating somebody else or leaving the marriage. Tell myself, okay, I need to start by forgiving everybody. I started
Releasing
with myself.
yourself.
I forgive myself. I gave myself a treat. I want a different look. I forgive the man. I forgive my mother, and I just felt peace. And I was able to do other things. I was harboring so much pain, but right now I feel so good inside of me, because
And you look good
honestly,
too.
and I'm happy.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much, Nancy.
Thank
You know what? The what I've taken up from what you said. One, do not put pressure on yourself because of what other people think. At the end of the day, it is your own burden to bear.
Yes.
Then you get pregnant because when you're not married. That's one mistake. Why put another mistake on top of that mistake by going into marriage with somebody that you're practically strangers with. Thank you so much for sharing with us.